everybody. James and Tammy driving along in their car.
For all you sunglasses watchers.
Where do those ones come from? People live in Las Vegas sunglasses.
They're pretty.
They are. Where'd they come from?
They come from that little boutique.
Walmart, right?
No, the Vogue.
My glasses come from China.
City.
These are $1.20 a piece. I buy like 12 at a time, for real. I can smash them, I can throw them away, doesn't matter. But I'm not here for the looks department. Tammy's here for the looks department. I'm here for the info department, right?
I might have got these at Neighbors, yeah.
Tammy's here for the looks and the info department. Oh yeah? Okay, right. Okay, here we go. Blah, blah. Lots of people say nice things about us. Well, all of those people, we say thank you very much.
Yes.
And we don't want to brag too much, so we're not going to just tell you all these people. But all those people who give us shout-outs, we really appreciate it. And if we don't respond to your shout-outs, it's not because we don't appreciate it. It's just because there's lots of them, which is great. But also, this is supposed to be about us telling and helping people with dogs. And so the pats on the back are nice, but really appreciated. Okay. I will say this one, Fish Vibes TV says, Mr. James, we have a stunning chocolate fawn, product of love by Gianni. Good, great. Gianni makes some beautiful babies.
Yeah.
Okay, Origin of Someone says, if you deworm at 2, 4, 6 and 8 weeks old, why are you worming them at 3 weeks? Are they actually close to 2 or 4 weeks? Curious to size them up developmentally. Well, so the answer on this is that sometimes we do go out of the 2, 4, 6 week regimen. And the reason for that is one of two things. Either we know that we've got something going on where we've got some kind of a runny stool situation. And in those situations, we'll just go give them some extra deworming maybe at 3 weeks. And that's probably what was going on here. And the other one is occasionally we get lazy and we get off on our timing. And because of that, we kind of, rather than doing it 2-4, we do it 3-5, you know, that kind of thing. The worming stuff that we're using is very, very safe, and I've never had a problem.
Nemex 2 puppy warmer.
Yes.
At 2 and 4 weeks, but
yeah. So there's 6 weeks as the safeguard or the fenbendazole.
Yeah.
They're all very,
6,
very
8, and 10.
Yeah, very safe wormers.
If they're here at 10.
Yep. Eric Plaza says, have you seen American bully community using Frenchies to create super small micro bullies? What is your opinion on the cross breeding? So I've got some thoughts on this. Do you have any thoughts on this, Darren? I'm fine. Okay, well, I think it's completely fine. I mean, I don't think... Look, if you do this, you're not going to get an AKC registered dog, so you've got to realise that that is the case. But if you're trying to make a smaller, more compact bully, then, I mean, breeding to a Frenchie, you probably get great results. I have done this for people.
Well, they did it with the Boston Terriers. They did Frenchtons.
Yes, yeah. Right. I've got.
So I mean, you know, it's not illegal.
No, and the Frenchtons.
You just don't get AKC with it.
No, but the Frenchtons, I think.
Look at the Labradoodles or the Golden Doodles.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Look, I don't think.
To each his own.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, you know, us as breeders, we're fine with it. If you want to use one of our guys to cross with a bully, we're absolutely game for that. We'd love to see what the results are. But just, you know, realise the fact that there won't be an AKC registration with it. You know, in some respects, I think it's probably a good thing because I think you get a bigger genetic profile because now you've got all the bully genetics that are now combined with all the French genetics. And it's more like the Heinz 57 dog you get at the pound, which has probably got really good DNA in terms of not, you know, having problems. So
this is what makes the world go round.
Absolutely.
Everybody's uphill is different.
Yep. So Eric, we're totally for it. I don't think there's any. Oh, somebody's asking, did you buy a new one? Is that Bublier? Well, you're probably looking at the video of Bublier. He is Bublier. He is.
Love my Bublier, and there's a reason why I named him that, because he is so sexy and so romantic. He is the lovingest little boy. He's precious, and he knows it.
Yvonne Suarez says, just wondering, how many litters do you have a year? Well, I mean, here's what we do. We will breed a dog back to back if the previous litter was successful, mom bounced back, and there was no health issues, and everybody's happy.
I like to do either 2 or 3 breedings in a row, and then a break.
Yeah, and you're going to get that's going to happen anyway because you're going to miss some anyway. So,
but you'll have some vets tell you keep on doing it because out in the nature, out in the wild, they do that.
Well, the repo people say these days, breed back to back because it's better for the uterine health of the dog. When you're done, you're not breeding anymore, then you spay.
Your
remove the
female will
uterus.
let you know
Yeah.
if she's ready or
Yes.
not. Yeah.
Don't do a spay at the same time you did a C-section.
Oh,
by the
no.
way. That's too much load on a dog.
Yes.
Do not. Lots of
Yes.
vets will do that. I think.
Oh.
And so for people
The last time we took a dog in for a C-section, they say, "Oh, do you want us to fix her?"
Yeah.
And I said, "Lord, no."
well, that's
And I can't believe they do that with having the C-section and then fix them. It's
So,
not
yeah.
good for the mama dog at
So
all.
that's another thing, isn't it? Is that you've got quite a few vets who think that we shouldn't be breeding dogs, and for that reason they think that all dogs should be spayed after they had a litter. So just make sure that everybody's
You do
on board.
what you want to do.
You're the boss. The vet's not the boss. I'm not the boss.
If you're a person that takes care of your animals and loves your animals and gets their booster shots and their rabies shots and you take care of your pet as a loving member as your family, then you do what you want to do. You don't let somebody tell you what you need to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if you're taking care of them and you're loving them, that's your baby.
Yeah, exactly. So again, you do what's right for your animals. Of course, this is the fundamental thing. And I mean, should you breed a dog next time? Well, the answer to that is it's based on how the previous litter was. You had the opportunity with a C-section, and somebody got to look at the inside. Does she have adhesions and scarring?
Yeah.
Was the C-section successful? And Mum had bounced back and liked her babies. Did the babies have any problems? And then more important of probably the whole thing is, did Mum bounce back to being a happy, healthy, normal weight girl relatively quickly after weaning the puppies? And if all of that is a go for it. If any of those things are not a go, then do one of two things: give her a break, or decide you're done. And you have to make that decision yourself. We're certainly not here to make that decision for you. And neither is your vet, by the way. But it's good to get advice. I'm not saying you shouldn't listen to your vet. You absolutely should listen to your vet. But just, you do what is right in your mind to be
And you do what's
responsible.
in the right mind for your pet.
Yes. WXX Pete Davenport said, with my blue fawn, can I produce an Isabella? Almost certainly not. So how would you produce an Isabella? The answer is an Isabella is a lilac that has testable chocolate. So you've got the blue ingredient there, but you probably don't have the little B ingredient that you need to make testable
You have to
chocolate
have the
blue.
correct DNA.
Yep. So without
the
that...
way you find out is animal genetics. Go test. We say this over and over again. Then you know exactly what your dog has to produce what you want.
So, Mr. Smith says, the old man, oh my God, is a beast at what he does. I'm not sure if that's a compliment or not. Is that a compliment, Tammy?
Oh yeah, you're my old man.
Okay, all right.
Take it as a compliment, honey.
Okay. Oh, well, I'm just going to do a couple of compliments. No, what Mr. Smith says, so it is a compliment, because he's got another one here that says, this is Rico. I'm in Fort Worth. You guys don't ever know it, but we are family. I love the information you guys give up and keep up doing. Well, absolutely. We're all one big family. That's what we want here, is one big family. Doesn't necessarily have to be Frenchies. We want to be part of your family and be part of what is right to give you good information to make you successful, having happy, healthy puppies.
Well, we're excited that we're in their homes.
Yes. So, just because we don't personally know you, we still are here to help you and be part of your family. So absolutely, Rico, thank you very much. Yes. Okay. I'm breeding my blue and tan female to an offspring from Polar Junior. Would I then be able to breed those offspring to your platinum fluffy boy from Polar Junior, or is that incest? So,
Not incest.
the answer is that there are other dogs of ours that might be a better choice here. So you do limit your genetic. This is what's called line breeding, and so I've done a whole video on this. And so we're not really too hot on line breeding. So the answer to this is I would have a conversation with us, and let's just go sit down and look at all the pedigrees we've got going on here to decide whether there's a thing called the breeding quotient, and the breeding quotient tells you a breeding quotient of 1 would be a clone bred to a clone, that you wouldn't want to do that. So we can help you with this, and so I don't think I can give you a straight answer. NS pied, yes or no? Karen Warren. NS is a pied carrier. Pied carrier. For a pied dog, they have to have 2 copies of S. So all pied dogs will be SS. All non-pied dogs will either be NS pied carriers or NN not pied at all. People, a lot of the breeders are not crazy about pied. We have a completely different opinion. Yeah, why do you like pied, Tammy?
Because it's a surprise in every package, like a Merle. They're a surprise in every package. It's like a painted horse.
You like painted? We've got
in every package.
We've got painted horses.
I love it. I did too. The pied. I think they're wonderful. I love the Merles.
Yes.
My gosh,
they're a lot more interesting, aren't they? All splotched up. Some of the especially a pied that's got really nice markings on. It's a really pretty dog. You can completely control the litter that you have from a pied with the choice of what the other side of the mating is. So you can.
Every time we had a litter and there was one pied in that group, I could have sold that little pied puppy 6 times because she stood out.
Sold that first?
Yeah.
So yeah, we're
They're great.
A lot of you don't like pieds, but I say take a second look at pieds, folks. You can control it. Now, if you have a litter of a pied carrier to a pied carrier, you get 1/4 pieds. No, get 4 dogs, you get 1 pied in there. Put a pied to a pied carrier, you get 1/2 pieds. Put a pied to a pied, you get all pieds. So you can completely control it. You can have no pieds at all. If you put an NN dog with a pied dog, you will get no pieds at all with pied carriers. You can completely control it, and okay. This is going to be the last, probably. So local Lolita says, day 7 was a 0.5, day 9 was a 0.7, day 12 was a 1.68, day 16 was a 2.1. When would you breed the dog? So think of it this way: once your dog gets to about a 1, it goes up 1 point every day until it gets to a level of 5, which is ovulation. Then it almost doubles every day, and you're going to breed 2 days after that. So a dog that's at a 1 today will be a 2 tomorrow, will be a 3 the next day, a 4 the next day, 5 ovulation 5 days later. That dog would be bred 2 days after that 1 week. But honestly, you're better off getting another progesterone test to get some numbers that are in the 4s and the 5s to know exactly whether or not she's developing at that rate. But as a rule of thumb, after you get to a level of 1, it takes about 5 days to get to the first level of 1. Then after that, it's 1 point a day. So about another 9 days to get to a level of 5 ovulation. That dog would be bred vaginally 2 days later, or TCI, or a surgical 3 days later. Breeding on a level of 15 to 18 on a regular vaginal and 25 to 30 on a TCI. Or if
They're going to decide to get over another line.
Camilla Joy Figueroa says, is it okay if my dog's always jumping and standing? So what we're thinking, what she's asking about here is how active should a pregnant dog be, and when would that maybe cause problems, right? So Tammy's not even talking to me.
Well, I would say what she's used to. It's just like some pregnant women. I've known of pregnant women that does barrel racing and still do barrel racing. It's what your body's used to, and if she's used to doing that. But when she's further along, I would discourage it. I mean,
so yeah, let's get your analogy there.
Jumping and leaping, you need to teach them some manners too when they're
okay. Well, that's just it. But let's take your analogy of the barrel racing. If you went to the doctor and you said to the doctor, "Hey, I'm in my first trimester and I'm barrel racing," the doctor would probably say, "Well, that's fine. Be healthy, be fit."
Well, but even some women that work out in the weight rooms.
Yes, but if you went there in the 3rd trimester.
Oh yeah.
And the doctor would say, "Are you freaking crazy? You should not be on a horse because you might fall off and lose your baby."
Right.
So I think that this applies the same way to French. Look, if this dog is jumping up and down off furniture and up and off the bed, and you've got a couple of weeks to go, I think you need to stop that because you quite likely can jar something loose.
If you have to, stick her in a crate, and where she's not doing that all the time.
Or put some boxes or some stairs up by the bed so she can get down on those, not jump off the bed. Discourage her from jumping around. Take her outside with a leash so she can't go nuts the last couple of weeks. Yeah. So I think we're all in agreement about what you do here. Is that you need to limit activity as time goes on. And Tammy's also right too. I'm about to finish this. Tammy's also right too. Teach your dog manners. When I start jumping around, Tammy slaps me.
I beat James at this
black eyes
today.
Today. I've been a good boy.
Hey,
okay.
Don't forget, I still have some fluffy babies left. I've got 1 girl, 3 boys. I've got a little quad boy, and I've got tri boys. And just give me a call.
And that is
a little girl too.
Day week 6.
Yes, 6
So they've got 4 more days to go, 4 more weeks
What?
to go before they're leaving. So we're getting to that point. But
and then in Picasso's litter, I got one little boy left in it, and he's a little pry. He is
pretty little thing.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
little. Yep.
He is a blue and tan, carries cocoa, carries cream, AT-AT.
And
He's
we
a little
are
short hair. Oh,
we're going-
Daddy's 17 pounds, Mama's 16.
and we're going
He's
to
little.
Chanel's right now to see into a video on the
See our
fluffy babies. They are
Yeah.
they're really just having a great
Oh my
time.
gosh, they're precious.
They are.
Little Minerva, she's still available. Little Harry, still available. He's the quad boy.
Albus.
And then Albus and Ron, they're the blue and tans that carry Cocoa, ATA,
With the
and
really shaggy
AT-AT.
coats.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
They're cute. They're
Yes.
little teddy bears.
They are.
Give us a call, 580-79...
Oops, sorry, dropped you there.
799-1910. 580... Don't too close there. 580-799-1910. Please call me. I'll text a little bit. Call me and we can FaceTime those babies.
Okay,
Bye.
that's it. Bye, everybody.